movies have always been like magical to me. And I don't really know, what happened for it to be that way, but it's like from the very beginning, the way that movies were introduced to me, it was like they were introduced to me as this magical thing. I mean, and it's not like my mom or my older sister or godmother, that's who I grew up with the early critical years of my life. It's not like they like had some big disclaimer about movies being magic. It's just as soon as the first one came on, that was like it for me. It just like was forever branded into my brain as this magical experience. And so much so that I can, remember the first video cassette that I ever saw, the first movie I ever saw, and the first movie in theaters I ever saw. I saw E.T., as I've told you that. I saw E.T. 1984. I wasn't even quite 4 years old. And I remember that. And I don't meet too many adults, like especially near my age bracket, that can remember anything before age 10. And it's a little weird, but that should tell you how important movies are. And then I also remember the first movie that I saw in theaters, and it was Pinocchio. And it was actually, I believe, later that year. It was 1984. It was when the Disney's Pinocchio, animated Pinocchio, got re-released in theaters. And I remember it. And it's just forever there. And I mean, I can't get rid of it, and I would never want to anyway. I've probably seen too many movies for any normal person not getting paid for it, but that's just what they are. I mean, they're just special. They're magic to me. They are, and I know that you probably have some stuff to say about this. They have always been an escape for me. They take me places. They take you places where you may never go yourself or may never get the chance to go. That's just it. I mean, the last thing I'll say, and I'll yield the platform to you, Mike, is that people used to say, like, get a life, man. Don't you want to get a life? Don't you want to go out and do this and that? And I mean, sure, I want to get a life, but I got that life. I chose this life. I'm content to just stay at home and watch a movie while other people go out and do other things, or of course go to the theaters, which we'll talk about. But I mean, I don't need much else, because it's like I get to fully immerse myself, and this is the melodramatic part that Mike cringes at this stuff, I know, but like I get to immerse myself in this mesmerizing world of stories being unfolded before me. And I get to experience all these places and emotions that I may not ever get to otherwise. And it's like I choose that over the other stuff any day of the week.